Hey, have you ever asked yourself, who am I? What do I believe? Like, truly, about everything. What do I believe about myself? Do I care about what others think of me? Do I care what they think about me so much that I'm maybe not even being my true self? Why would I do that? Why? So I can make them more comfortable and myself less comfortable? How's that fair to me? Yeah. These are the kinds of thoughts that I started having like probably about 5 years ago. When I started, I went through a dark night of the soul for a couple years after getting my heart broke by someone. And it was a good thing though, because I don't really believe anything good or bad, because like I really don't believe in doing that so much anymore. I try to be more objective about stuff, I try not to label things evil or pure, good or bad. Yeah, I don't believe in duality so much anymore. I think I've mentioned this in my other videos if you watch them, but if you've asked yourself these questions, my friend, you are on a journey, the beginning of a very awesome journey that may have some highs and lows, ups and downs, but will be well worth it. And it might even possibly lead to doing some shadow work. And if you don't know what shadow work is, since I want to make this a quick video, just look up shadow work. There's tons of videos on YouTube, on it even, you can look it up. And I did a lot of shadow work. When I started asking these questions to myself all those years ago when it first started for me on my self-discovery journey of who am I? Who am I truly? And I'm going to make a longer video on this sometime about how I came to, like the deeper part of it, like dealing with like spirits and them approaching me, and I'm talking like ancient spirits, gods, deities, helping me, showing me who I really am and where I really come from, where my soul originated, like from my first incarnation ever, which means I believe, yes, in reincarnation. You may not, that's fine. But yeah, so like I just started this journey, and little by little, as I researched different things that I'd always been drawn to, but kind of strayed away from or just pushed down deep within me to ignore them because I was so afraid of maybe others judging me from the religion that I was in and Christianity. I was so like afraid of judgment, because of, just realizing, oh my God, like I'm a witch. and I researched it so much, like I was so shocked to what I found out about witches, because I was taught through Christianity that all witches were evil and bad, and I found out that's not true at all. And matter of fact, there's a lot of good witches. I don't want to say good or bad, but just a lot of witches that have, wonderful things about them, that they love to help people, heal people, and, be there for them, and, help others evolve and grow. For me, I love to help people evolve and grow spiritually mainly, and emotionally too, because they tie in together. But I just want to like tell you that when I got this, when I heard this concept from Joe Dispenza years ago, and I bought a bunch of his books, and this is a doctor, by the way. He teaches a lot on like quantum physics, which I love, and he teaches on how to like heal yourself with your thoughts and emotions, which kind of, you have the correspondence between your thoughts and your heart. But he teaches a lot on that. But it really, and I'd been listening to him since 2011. I really love him and his teachings. But when he started teaching your personality creates your reality, and I started listening to that, like, I think probably back around, I don't know, 2012 or so, maybe even later, but around there. I didn't really quite grasp it until probably like four years ago, maybe 3 years ago, through my journey of self-discovery. And it was as I kept realizing more and more who I was and embracing more and more of who I am. And really, after going through this whole journey of like, who am I? What are my core beliefs? What do I believe in? It ultimately boiled down to, after everything I had studied, even through religion when I was a Christian, in the Bible, even all the way back to then, when I had this understanding, even back when I was a Christian, maybe at a slight different, like, not aspect, I had a slight different view on it coming from being a Christian, because I was a Christian at the time, but it still boiled down to the same thing, was that, oh my gosh, I'm God and everyone else is God. We're all gods. And even it says so in the Bible. I mean, if you're somebody who believes in God, then you can look this up in the Bible. You can look it up online and find out what it says about, I think Jesus, he said that too. Did I not say you are gods? Yeah, he was saying that even in the Bible. So, if you believe in Jesus, he did say that in the Bible. You can research it for yourself if you don't believe me. But anyways, when I got that understanding, and even back then about, really, really just releasing the old man to become the new man, which back then would be like releasing like the old identity of being a sinner, and now being a Christian and being, like Jesus, and having Christ consciousness and all that, which is good stuff. And it really helped me to get to where I am now. And so I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for my journey as a Christian. I do not have anything against Christians. I don't have anything against anyone, okay? I really don't. I'm like, I just don't. I don't judge anyone. At least I try not to. If a judgment starts to rise up now, I know better to just kind of be like, look at it and kind of like more in a objective way, like, I'm not my thoughts. That thought might have popped up, but it's probably some old programming within me that, that I used to believe, but I don't really believe that anymore. So, yeah. And then just kind of move on and just forget about it, and just let it go. But yeah, like, if you're in this place in your life, in your journey, where you're asking yourself these questions, it's a really good place to be. Actually, it's an exciting place to be. And I just want to encourage you that, when you start to understand that it's not so much about, am I a witch? Am I a Christian? Or am I, like a Buddhist? Or am I, I don't know, whatever. It's late at night, I'm tired. But just trying to think of some examples. So, whatever, if you're having thoughts like, okay, like, who am I, and maybe I'm this, maybe I'm that. But ultimately, when you start to step into what you can call your God state, or your state of mindset of being source energy, infinite intelligence, whatever you want to call the higher power that you live by, if you do live by one, basically, that's who you are. You're one with source. You're one with infinite intelligence. You're one with God. Literally, you're the avatar body of God. You're the avatar body of source. Seriously. And we're all just kind of like actors in this big cosmic play. And it's kind of like a movie or a play, however you want to word it. like Shakespeare. I think he said it was like a play, which is really interesting because I had this revelation one day back when I was a Christian still, back in like 2011, I think it was. And I was moving in with my friend. And then I was inviting another friend to stay with us because she had nowhere else to go. And I just said to her one day, I was like, I had this really weird just thought that, like, we're all just like actors in this play of light, like this grand cosmic play, and God is like the director, and he's, kind of directing us on what to like, what part to play and stuff. And I was really just getting a sliver of what I understand now. But when I said that to her, she's like, you're kind of basically quoting Shakespeare right now. I'm like, I am? Like, Shakespeare? Are you kidding me? Like, that's kind of cool. I mean, I've never really been into his poetry or anything, but, that's cool. Shakespeare, although it's like, known as being one of the most famous poets and of all art of ever. So, yeah, so anyways, I was going to say is that it's kind of like that, like what I've come to understand and believe, for my own beliefs. I mean, you don't have to agree, it's fine, but this is, for whoever wants to check this out or, look within about it, is that you are God or source in an avatar body, okay? And you are playing the part that God wants to play through you, that the part that source wants to play through you. And you're just playing it out. And basically everything, I mean, I know I have some videos, I just started my channel, that talk about the law of assumption and a little bit about law of attraction, but more of the law of assumption. Like, the law of assumption is basically whatever you assume to be true is your truth, and that's what will come. Well, it'll become your reality, basically. You will be creating that kind of, they teach you, you're creating that part of your reality, and you're manifesting it. But the more I'm like listening to like stuff like reality creation, I've been listening to this audiobook, The Parallel Universes of Self, I think it's called, by Frederick Dodson or something like that. I'll put his name below if you want to check out the book. I got the audiobook because I read the reviews on the book. It was kind of hard to read. There was a lot of grammar and text issues or something, and hard to read. So I got the audiobook. They said it was better. So, and it's great. I was just listening to it before I made this video, and that's what inspired this video. So, he was talking about in the audiobook, he was talking about, just like not judging things and just looking at things kind of like just being in the moment and really just kind of watching it and observing it, and without labeling it. And if you feel like a judgment like rising up in you, you can let that come up and kind of like just let it play its course, because it's kind of probably old programming or just how you've kind of always thought. But you can kind of let that pass, and then you can just be like, I'm just going to enjoy this, looking at this thing. I'm just going to enjoy looking at this squirrel at the park, and just observe it. Just watch it, I'm not going to judge what it's doing, or I'm not going to judge this dog over here that's humping this other dog. It just is what it is. Whatever. Just observe. Because another thing is that I've learned is, as being source, and how source created everything through imagination, because source, God, is imagination. You basically, you want to, well, you just want to be careful with your thoughts, but, let the old programming or old thoughts come up of how you usually think, and then maybe try to replace it with another thought that's less judgmental or less, not so caught up in the duality of life, just observe is what I'm saying. Okay, guys. And let your thoughts just kind of flow out, and your emotions too, and then just release it. And don't label things. Don't label yourself, just know though that you are source, and your thoughts create your reality, and your personality creates your reality. And once you completely comprehend and grasp the understanding that you are source in a body, it's very empowering. And you got to be careful not to let it get to your head and being like, oh, I'm God. I'm better than you. Kind of thing. No, because source doesn't even think that way. So neither should we. But yeah, seriously, you guys, like when I started understanding this through law of assumption, teachings through some people that teach it, like Sammy Ingram. Oh my gosh. I'm so grateful for her. If you could check her out, I know I've mentioned her before. I think in my description, some videos that I made, but my law of assumption video. It just says LOA, you're a powerful manifestor. I think is one video. I may have mentioned her, but seriously, she has a couple videos about stepping into your God state. She calls it, and it's just having the mindset of God. And I say source. She says God. Whatever. To each his own. Same thing though. It's the same thing. God is source, source is God, whatever. It's just a name. It's just it's a label. It's, the creator of everything, the original creator of everything, if you want to call it that, whatever, that higher power is to you, that deep down created everything from the very beginning. You're that. That's who you are. Ultimately, that's what it boils down to. So when you can kind of really get an understanding of that, your personality is probably going to change. I almost can guarantee it's going to change. You might even start coming across a little cocky. I don't know, like I sometimes I'll be doing my affirmations like, oh, this is another thing I think is really awesome. I just learned from someone on one of the YouTube shorts. Gosh, I wish I could remember their YouTube name. Oh, it was so good though. But like, I do affirmations from, one of the techniques that I like to use with the law of assumption to affirm, who I am. I try to make a lot of my affirmations about being source energy, being source, right? And so this guy, he made a video shorts about this, just like, he's like, try this when you do your affirmations from now on. Say, I believe at the beginning of it. Okay. And it's funny because I have this thing from Sammy Ingram saying at the end of my affirmations, I am source because I am source. I can have whatever I want because I am source. And I know she says because I'm God, but like I said, I say because I'm source. So it's same thing, God, source, same thing. Okay. And so I just started writing up a whole new list of affirmations that were kind of like quick and not too long-winded because like I don't want to like say them too long because like the shorter you make them, the easier I can talk. The easier they are to just remember. So, and who wants to get long-winded, saying a long paragraph and trying to remember an affirmation like that. So ones that you can say that are shorter and loop them throughout the day, like is really good because the more you do that, the more you affirm, the more that you keep doing that, persisting in that, it will really help to impress on the subconscious mind, which ultimately is source, is God. You're helping yourself remember who you are. You are source. You are God. So you'll start to feel this alignment with source and you'll be like, oh yeah, that feels good. I really can have. I believe I can have whatever I want because I am source. I believe everything good comes to me. I believe everything good comes to me because I am source. I believe that I can do anything. I believe I am limitless because I am source. I mean, you just will definitely like feel it, like the more you say it, but you don't have to feel it and you don't have to believe it when you first start saying your affirmations. Cause like when I started them years ago, I did not believe them. You feel like you're actually kind of lying. You're like, aren't I lying when I say that I'm this or I can do that or whatever? Like whatever, say you want to be like a famous singer. Um, I am the most famous singer in country music or whatever, like you want to say. Um, I am like just the best at whatever I do, whatever it is you do in the world. But you like at the time do not feel like it's the truth. You feel like you're actually kind of saying a lie, but you're not because you're source. So being source, you really are all things because source is all things. You feel me? Okay, you get that? Like seriously, it's not a lie when you affirm for something that you want or who you want to be or what you want to do or the things that you want or some person that you want to, be with or a friend that you want to manifest, if you want to call it manifest or create, whatever. You're really just coming into alignment with the timeline because there's so many different timelines. That's another thing about the parallel universes of self that it talks about. Is like there's so many different timelines and universes, multi-universes, that's another reason why when you say something like I'm the most famous person in, you know, uh, you know, country music, industry because I'm source. That's why. I believe I'm the most famous country singer because I am source. That's my reality. I am the operant power of my reality. I am the only one that creates my reality. And whatever I want, I can have because I'm source. Because I'm source, goddammit. I can have whatever the hell I want. Like, you just like, when you start understanding this, you're like, oh my gosh. And when it goes from here to here, and you really grasp it, you really like, not just have a mental assent of it, but you really let it into your heart. You're like, whew, it almost makes you feel high. I'm like, right now, I'm even feeling a high about just saying it to you like that way, because I mean, this is what I believe, like how I believe. I mean, like, I just started making up a new list last night. Like, let me see, like, I'll just read to you a couple things that I made for my new list. Sorry, I thought this was gonna be a lot shorter. We're on 22 minutes, but oh well. This is for whoever wants to watch it. Oh, and you know what, too? If you're having trouble, like, this is for my oldest. If you're having trouble with just believing that you can manifest, you can actually make up affirmations about how good of a manifester you are. Like, Sammy Ingram helped me with these, and I kind of personalized some of them, but, like, a lot of them, they came from her, actually. These ones right here did come from her. And like she was the one that encouraged me to like really kind of try to make them short, not so long-winded, and then keep them on loop, as much as you can. But don't like beat yourself up about if you miss like, saying a certain amount of them or whatever. I mean, you can even just pick one or two and stick with those, whatever's easiest for you. You want to do, excuse me, like you want to do whatever's easiest on you, and that's how I am anyways. I like quick and easy and straight to the point, and that's why I like Sammy Ingram too on here. Like she's straight to the point. Like her videos are like maybe short, but they're like with a punch, like with a very big impact on. But anyways, you can say something like I manifest whatever I want quickly and easily, and you can add like I like to say because I am source. I always manifest what I want because I am source. And this is where I'm personalizing it, the because I am source part. But I got that idea though from her like a couple years ago. So anyways, I'm a natural master manifester because I am source. Manifesting is so easy for me because I'm source, right? And I am the God of my reality. And you can add to reaffirm that because I'm source. I am God. I am the operant and power of my reality because I'm source. And I am the only one with free will in my reality because we all have our own little multiverse, okay? And whatever timeline you want to step into, basically source already has whatever it is you desire waiting on that timeline for you to just pick whatever thing and whatever person you want, whatever personality you want to be, that will become your person. your personal reality. Your personality will become your personal reality. That's what Joe Dispenza teaches. Dr. Joe Dispenza, he does teach that. So, and it's so true because like the more I stepped into, you know, like my gifts and things that I just was born with, like being a natural born witch, a psychic medium, you know, just these things that I'm embracing, you know, and things like that. Like it just lines up with who Source had planned on being through me. The part that she, whatever. Source is not a he or she. It's just energy. But anyways, Source energy just wanted to be me as I am through this timeline in my multi-universe, whatever. Universe, get it? Like you and universe. It's your universe. So God or Source is just being that through me, and they're, you know, Source is basically just playing this part, and I'm just like the actor, you know, like Source has kind of already had it all set up. This is who, you know, me, I'm gonna be. This is who Sterling Moon Goddess is gonna be. And this is, you know, this is one of the timelines she can pick to choose to be. And, you know, and I guess I went with the I'm a powerful psychic medium's witch. Okay. So yeah, anyways, those were some that was a little off from what I was saying with affirmations. I'm sorry about that. But so like my new affirmations I wrote last night, and for the I believe from that guy that was saying start your affirmations with I believe, and then I use at the end, because I'm Source, I think that gives it a little extra punch. And really like feel it, you know. I mean, and even if you don't, eventually you will, probably, most likely. Okay, so I believe I get whatever I want because I'm Source. I believe manifesting is so easy for me because I'm Source. I believe I'm the God of my reality because I'm Source. I believe good things are always coming to me because I'm Source. So those are some that I had that were going to be the short ones that I really focus on throughout the day. And then I had other ones that I'll share with you just to give you some ideas of maybe things that you might want to try saying for your own affirmations. Because, hey, it doesn't hurt to share. Because I know when Sammy Ingram shared hers, they changed my life. So maybe some of these hopefully will change yours. I hope change yours. I hope they really help you. Okay, so I believe all things are possible for me because I'm Source. And actually, that is a scripture from the Bible that was, in there actually. Like, basically, I think it says, if, because when God is with you, all things are possible. Like something like that. It's been a while since I've read the Bible, so don't really quote me completely on that. But my affirmations is kind of based off of that. So I believe all things are possible for me because I am Source. I believe I'm limitless because I'm Source. I believe I'm the most powerful psychic medium witch because I'm Source. And that's my reality. It's not like I'm trying to have one over on someone else that might be saying that same thing or believing that same thing. In my universe, in my personal reality, that is, my personality that is creating my reality. Yes, I am in my own universe, my own multi-universe. I am the most powerful psychic medium witch. Okay. Anyway, so that's a tangent a little bit there. Sorry. And then I believe I am I did actually say this. I believe I am the most famous person ever because I am Source. And I actually believe that. But that, I did when I first started saying that. I believe I am the richest person in the world because I'm Source. And I say these things because, man, when I think about what I could do with some money, and I'm not talking about for myself, I want to help the world. And that has been my heart since I was a child, a young child, since I was like 4. I've always wanted to help people. That's just who I am. And like, seriously, I could like, if I was like the richest person in the world, I would, I would just want enough for me just to live and sustain whatever needs that I have, basic needs. I'm the most, like, I'm like, sorry, not the most, I'm the least materialistic person you'll ever know. Like, I don't care about material shit. I just don't. I care about self-evolution and growth spiritually and emotionally, physically even too, of course. But anyways, that's another tangent. Okay. So that's why I say I believe I'm the richest person in the world, because I'm source. And that is source through me wanting to do good things for people, help people with all the money that I'm going to have when I'm the richest person in the world. Anyways, I believe deep down everyone loves me because I'm source. I believe everyone thinks I am the best thing that's ever happened to them because I am source. I believe the world finds me highly magnetic because I am source. I believe I have all the answers within me because I am source. I believe I'm everyone's favorite person in the world because I am source. I believe that I'm always divinely protected from all harm because I am source. I believe I'm so powerful because I'm source. So those are just some like affirmations that I just want to share with you really quick. And hopefully they might help you. I don't know, and like inspire you to come up with some of your own. And that is like really the best way to go about it, I think, is personalizing your affirmations. Because when I tried to like for 2 months say someone else's affirmations on a video with them like every day for 2 months, it just didn't work for me. I got burned out and I was just like, this isn't working. And I gave up on affirmations for a while until I really started to understand I really need to personalize them more. They need to be something that is, excuse me, that's something that is believable for me. So when you make your affirmations and you write them out, you want them to be at least somewhat believable to you, at least a little bit, a little tiny bit even. Because like if you have like even something within you that's like, there's absolutely no way, like there's no way for that. No way for that to happen for me. Nope, that would never happen. You might want to kind of pick something a little bit that's easier for you to believe at the time. Like, I can manifest a cup of coffee at Starbucks so easily for free because I'm source energy or because I'm God. Just start out with little things like that and then start seeing it manifest in your reality. Anyways, this is way longer than I planned on this video being, and I need to go get ready for bed. It's really late. 3:13. Wait. Yeah, 3:13 a.m. But I hope you guys enjoyed this and hopefully it's helpful to you. And it would be awesome if you guys would like my video and subscribe. That's something I always forget to say at the end of my videos because I don't really think about that. But now I'm starting to think about it more in videos I watch of other people. They always say that in their videos. So I thought I should start saying that because I'd like my YouTube channel to grow too. And, mainly for the purpose of helping others evolve and grow. So, yeah. And hopefully this has helped you do that. So, you guys are awesome. You guys are source. You guys are living gods. Okay? I'm just reminding you before I go and say good night or good day or good morning, whatever time it is for you when you watch this. Okay? You are a living God. Yeah. You are. No. You really, really are. I know. It's hard to believe sometimes, but you really are. And when you really understand this and you meditate on this and you start putting into practice the things I've been sharing with you and renewing your thinking and your thoughts with the things I've been sharing with you and research some of the stuff that I'm sharing with you and just keep being persistent with it all and not giving up and not wavering, I'm telling you, it will change your whole life. And it'll be a life that you want, a happy life, a good life, a prosperous life. You will be so happy that you started to get on a new mental diet of a new way of thinking, and really tapping into who you truly are and start being your true authentic self, which is source. And whoever source is wanting to be through you um, at that time, because it can change up almost at any time, really. I mean, I find myself multiple times changing, how I act and behave throughout the day, and I don't judge it anymore. I don't think, oh, I just said that, and oh my gosh, I should feel bad about it, or oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. Like, and I don't judge myself anymore. I'm done with that. And hopefully you'll be too. I encourage you to stop judging yourself for being whoever you are in the moment, and just accept it, and stop having so much resistance to it, and just let it flow. Be who you are at the moment. But if you want to recreate if you want to, yeah, recreate your reality, you need to start working on your self-concept and recreating your personality and getting in alignment with, whoever that is that deep down resonates most with you, and that aspect of who source is trying to be through you, or not trying to be through you, but just whoever you are feeling you have the most resonance with, the type of personality that you have the most resonance with, go in that direction. Even if you have to like seriously like research, like I did, I had to start researching witches. Um, and I was shocked at what I found out. It's like, holy crap, they got they were just trying to be like healers to people, a lot of people, and just when they were trying to help heal people with herbs and stuff, back in the day in medieval times, they were hung and burned at the stake, which is what happened to me in my past life. Like, if you know palmistry, I have like it's like an M, if you can see on that hand, and I have another matching M on that hand, which is actually called the Midas touch, which means you're meant for fame and fortune. That's why I affirm it. um, but also upside down, it's, well, I can't really make my hand do that, but upside down, obviously, an M upside down is a W, which which makes me a witch. So like, and then I have like a W within a W on my left hand. So, basically, another witch who knows about palmistry showed me that I had like 3 past lives at least as a witch, at least. And then I started to really get into that and find out, that I was burned at the stake. I have markings on my feet that are very unusual, look like burn marks. And, we found that really interesting, actually. And then like on my backside, it's like a matching, like it's almost like a strawberry birthmark, you could call it. And it's very blotchy looking on my foot. So yeah, was burned at the stake, and I was hung for being a witch. And, and I've carried a lot of that, who I was from my past life into this life too. So that also is another thing that, whoever you were in your past life too, that also can play a big, huge part into, who you become now, and your personality, and all that, like, and who you are today and what you're drawn to, or why you're drawn to what you're drawn to. A lot of it can be because of who you were, or what you did in your lifetime, or the things that you did in your past lives. You carry that into this life a lot of times. So, me being a witch in some of my past lives is a main reason why my whole life, since I was very little, I've always been drawn to the darker side of things. Yet at the same time, I have a light side, if you want to call it that, as well. That's, I am very loving, and I very much care about all of humanity and all living things and creatures, and just the universe and Mother Gaia, the earth. And yeah, but I'm going on a tangent. Okay, I'm going to stop. I'm just like going on 40 minutes. So anyways, I'm going to say good night on that note and just encourage you to really seek out, who you are, which is source energy. You are gods, my friends. You are living gods. So you just keep searching out that, and I hope everything runs very smoothly on your journey of self-discovery, of being source, of being God, of being a living God. All right. Love you guys. And please don't forget to subscribe and like my video. Okay. Much love. Okay. Bye.